Ooh, 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 ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, fellow League of Legends, and Shyvana playing enjoyers. Welcome back. We are back once again, and the first thing I must say and do is apologize because I'm a little late with a couple things, which is why, as a I'm sorry, and as a recompensation, or as a reparation rather, instead of reacting late and doing it separately, we're going to shove everything into this one video. So, I'm late on the Shyvana stuff. I'll straight up admit that. So, not only did today the dev update came out, which talks about Shyvana here, previously a Shyvana trailer for the update came out, which I saw a little bit of on TikTok, and I thought it was like a fan trailer or something. But then I realized, oh my god, it's official, so I stopped watching it. And then we have her actual reworked ability. So again, instead of reacting separately, which is what would have happened if I was on time, we're going to react to everything all at once right now. So some things to talk about. I've heard that they're adding voice chat into League, so I don't know if they're going to talk about that in this dev update here, but I've heard whisperings of that. In terms of everything else besides Shyvana, I really haven't heard much. Now, I kind of had my ranked climb. I'm still kind of probably grind ranked some more. I've not been hating Rift, thankfully, which is good. But I've been out of Rift for a little bit now because I completed the pass so fast and because I played a lot of ranked. I'm plat 2 again! Whoopee! So, we're going to see what else League has in store. I really like watching these dev updates. Sometimes they're whatever, sometimes they give a lot of information, a lot of context, and a lot of hype for the future. I don't think this one, aside from Shyvana, is really going to be anything special or crazy, but I could be wrong. And I'm excluding the voice chat thing from that because there's a good amount of stuff to talk about, but we'll see if it's even in here. So I don't want to waste my breath, even though that's most of what I do anyway. So, to kind of talk about Shyvana for a second before we go in, because I know she's going to be in here rather than voice chat, which might be in here. Shyvana's interesting. I think she's one of the older champions. Is she the oldest? I don't think so. I think there's people, and by people I mean one specific champion who I think at this point in time needs to get an update. Like, oh, excuse me, enough is enough. Enough playing around. This person is so behind the times, so outdated, not just kit wise, in my opinion, but also visually. It's fucking Cho'Gath. I'm glad Shiv is getting an update because she looks pretty ugly too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Some of her skin's like, I guess, okay, especially Star Guardian Shiv. But in general, Shiv is one of the older champions, but it's not that much worse than Cho'Gath. And obviously, they've had touch ups since back in the day. But I think Cho'Gath is definitely the worst for wear. But regardless, right? Shiv got voted on. Or I think Shiv didn't get voted on. I think who was it that one? Skarner won. But because Shiv got so many votes, they were like, you know what? We're gonna do Shyvana too. It's just gonna take us a shit ton of time. Because look how long Skarner took. But regardless, I'm sad it wasn't Kog'Maw that one. I really wish we got a reworked Kog'Maw because they were gonna keep his hyperscaling fantasy in. But regardless, moving on to Shiv. Shiv is a pretty interesting character, right? When I think of, I can't really say Scion or Mundo because they're pretty much the same as what they were. They're doing the same thing. But when I think of someone, I guess like Udyr, right? And I guess like Volibear. Volibear and Udyr have a lot of different builds. And they've kind of kept that, slash, they kind of broke that with the new reworks as well when they came out, right? AP Volley was fucking busted. One shot Udyr, AP Udyr, lethality Udyr, crit Udyr, a lot of Udyrs were viable. But in general, that's not too much different from the old ones, too, the older pre rework characters. Shyvana's kind of in a similar boat here. You could go AD Shyvana and it's good. A lot of people like to go AP Shyvana because it's a lot easier. Not necessarily always better, but pretty fun too because it's basically a walking nuke. So Shyvana has a lot of options. I think her fantasy is cool. She's the dragon girl. Obviously she's intertwined with Jarvan. There's probably a love affair going on there. I don't think Jarvan is really LeBlanc anymore, but this is where who knows what the fuck they're doing with the lore. I'm not keeping up too much with it. Although it is better than ever now with those motion comics. But regardless, Shyvana is an interesting character because in a similar way almost to Kaisa, kind of to Volibear, and kind of to Udyr, Shyvana number one is outdated as fuck. But she's also, I think, still pretty fun. It's just her fantasy is a popular one that they really could capitalize on. So even though I don't personally think she needed the VGU, or it's not the VG, is it the ASU? I forgot what they call it now, but even though she didn't really necessarily need an update, I think them updating her is probably not too bad of a choice. It's kind of decently smart. Now, in terms of what they're doing, I don't know. I at some point knew, I forgot because I don't play Shiv. Although in the couple of times I played her, I do like her. I think she's fun. I think she's cool. They added infinite scaling with her if you keep killing dragons, and I thought that was nice. But again, I don't think she massively needs it. But whether she needs it or not, she got it. So we're going to see how it landed, and we're going to see what other news there is in this video. So let's take a look.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
Hey Pabro.
Also known as Medler.
Hey Medler.
Today is February 9th, and we're back for the second dev
Wow,
update.
this
of
was last
2026.
month almost.
To kick things off, we wanted to talk a little about how some of the gameplay changes from January have landed.
So, you know what? We talk about this in the patch notes. I'm not going to mention this here too much.
Game pacing has been a frequent topic we've seen that has some pretty polarized opinions.
This is where they're always going to half jack themselves off and then half like slap themselves on the cock. We think some of these changes have landed well, but we also feel like there's need for some improvement too.
By design, there is a bit less downtime in the game.
Oh, damn straight. The beginning starts so quick now.
Overall game durations, though, are about the same as last year, due in part to some reductions in how much early leads can be snowballed.
Oh.
Phaelites have been doing a good job of setting up safer side lanes for effective split pushing.
I'll say this. Number one, this new season has gotten our Lord and Savior AmaCutiePie to come back to the game, thank God. But number two, and AmaCutiePie said this as well, and I've been saying this as well for a couple years now. In general, the way the game has been going, it's been getting just a lot more babyified. It's been getting a lot more handholdy to the point where they tell you, okay, here's your jungle path. Oh, okay, here's the items you build. Oh, okay, here's what you max ability-wise now. Oh, okay, here's where you ward. Now, is there anything wrong with this? Not necessarily, no. But it's a different type of game now for different type of players. So it really depends on just if you like that style.
Which has improved top lane agency, but we're still not sure about other aspects like how much it lights up the jungle, so we made some initial adjustments in 26.3. That said, it has given us some tuning levers to enable balance of split pushing versus objectives at various points in the game.
I will say this, and this is something Riot knows, because they love their 3-hit passives, right? This is where basically they gave everyone the split pushing tower like fucking thing. What is it called? It's in the green tree. I forgot what it was called, but when you hit that tower, when it has all the crystals on it, that shit feels pretty good.
So we're going to be keeping an eye on them moving forward.
And as for role quests, we've seen a clear consensus that they add some depth and additional fantasy.
I think world quests
to
are
role.
great, honestly.
Additionally, we've seen more satisfaction in roles that historically have kind of struggled at turning winning lanes into winning games, like ADC and top in particular.
It's so funny because I was one of the biggest ADC glazers with this new season. However, it's not as crazy as I thought. ADCs are still decently shitty. I think they are overall better. Although we're kind of in a weird meta right now where Caitlyn's going absolutely buck wild. And that's never good to see. But aside from that, I do like how if you get late game, you're stronger as an ADC across the board.
Moving forwards, we're going to be keeping an eye on those roles.
I
as
hope
we're
they don't
seeing
take
quite
that
a bit
away
of
like they
late
did
game power
Otacon,
coming from
man.
right now.
We've also been keeping an eye on the items that made a comeback at the start of the season. We're seeing high adoption rate from the champions who historically built these items, like Gunblade on Akali or Stormrazor on Aphelios and Jhin.
Aphelios, I don't remember it too much on, but Jhin, obviously, that was one of his bread and butter items. That and rapid fire.
We're happy to see them hit the mark so far with their core players. If there are any items you'd like to see return, please let us know. We might bring a couple more back at some point.
Imagine they bring back Atma's Impaler. Oh lord.
Except DFG.
Dude, DFG was such a problem. Holy fuck. When I really started playing around Season 3, Season 4, oh my dear lord, that item was the bane of ADCs. Like, any mage who got that, you were just dead.
We're not doing DFG.
For those of you who don't know, DFG gave him as much AP as Rabadon's, but the passive wasn't active, and it hit you with like a little fireball. And that fireball, I think, made you take 20% more damage. Either 20 or 25% more damage from the character, like, in the next, like, 10 seconds. So they would do that and then just kill you. As if they needed to do that.
Oh, he said it.
Okay, moving on to ranked, we wanted to talk about some of the under the hood changes we made this year and how
They always, I'll give Riot their credit. They've made a lot of changes. Whether the direction of the game is something I like or not, that's a separate issue, right? Whether it's getting too handholdy, too, like, friendly to casuals, who knows, right? But in terms of everything else, they've, like, made crazy tech, like, just combating, like, botting and all this stuff. Like, they're really leading the way, honestly.
those have panned out. We've seen more of you start and stay consistent with your climbs than in previous seasons.
Also, I don't know if they're going to mention it. The ranked season climb at first was absolutely broken and busted like crazy. You would get 30 for a win and 10 for a loss. It was so overinflated.
Average time to get into game is down substantially, about
Which is
30%
great.
on average, which is great to see.
It's true.
With lobby dodges dropping from 19% of lobbies to just 4%.
And that's because they really got more stricter on the penalties.
A major contributor.
On the MMR distribution side of things, we made some adjustments to address a range of cases where the ranked system wasn't doing a
Oh,
good
hold up. Galinita.
job of identifying
Anyway.
and distinguishing between different skill levels. For example, we've historically had an outsized population in Iron.
An
around
Iron Man,
14%
oh
players
lord.
globally, consisting of mostly seasoned veterans, and we want Iron to be a place for
So-
truly new players.
So, for those of you who don't know Kadim, right? It's a place for Kadim, but Kadim is, I think, the best example of the people who actually belong in Iron. And the best way I could describe Iron is like a safari hunt. Iron was a place that pro players or good players or just assholes went when they wanted to like hunt like trophies. Cuz Iron is like a crazy place, and the really crazy part is you're a lot likely to see like actual good players playing in Iron rather than Iron players, because it was like the Savari zone. You're going there to like hunt some fucking shit. It was wild.
Rather than a home
You had to buy accounts to get to Iron. Like it was sickness.
for people long term. So we chose to adjust the MMR to rank correlation to get more experienced players out of Iron and keep Iron a true home for new players.
Or players who have disabilities. And I'm not even trying to be mean when I say that, but it's true.
Now, even that adjustment might still not be enough to
It never is going to be. They're never going to solve the issue of evil, but they can get pretty close.
really distinguish between different skill levels. And we might someday even need an entirely new rank below Iron.
Wood.
We also identified actually similar issues towards the top of the ladder.
Really?
The skill differential between a player in Diamond 4 and Diamond 1 was roughly the equivalent of the difference between, say, Bronze 4 and High Silver.
That's actually
We don't
crazy.
want too large a difference in how
Wow.
people understand the game between the top and bottom of each rank.
That's
So we
hard to
concluded that
do
we
though,
needed to
because some
spread
people are
that
just
player base
stupid.
over a wider range of ranks. That meant widening the MMR range for Master, which makes the
You know what's so funny? The funniest thing is, back in the day, all you youngsters might not remember this, but we actually had silver, bronze, gold, platinum, diamond, the whole shebang, 1 through 5, and then they shortened it to 1 through 4. And then they made ranking up easier because you didn't have promos, and then you didn't have you had placements, but it wasn't as crazy as it was now. But they made it a lot easier not only to gain rank, but to go through the ranks. Before, you had to play promotional games where if you get, let's just say, gold 2 and you're 100 LP, you don't just automatically go to gold 1. You had to win 3 games straight, I think, or 2 out of 3 games. I don't fully remember. And then to get from gold 1 to plat 5, You had to win, I think, 3 out of 5 games.
The LP requirement for Grand
And Lord knows I struggled with that. I had nightmare sessions where I would lose like 8 placements in a row. Or sorry, 8 promotionals, god damn it, in a row.
Master and
But again, now it's a lot easier. And they shortened it. They went from Plat 1 through 5 to Plat 1 through 4. So they shortened it and they made it easier to get up there. And now we're seeing the ramifications of that, I feel like.
Challenger higher, even though there's the same number of players in each of those tier. Now, this also means that players who were historically towing the line of Diamond 1 and Master have likely been moved into Master this season.
A
Nice.
potential follow-up is that we might now also need additional tiers or divisions at the Apex tiers.
Really?
Given just how substantial the difference between a 0 LP Masters player and a
Damn.
900 LP Masters player is.
They're going to mix it up
We see
even
these
more?
sorts of changes to rank distributions as a natural part of League being a long-lived game. When we first built the ranked system in 2010, we
Jesus.
saw a much smaller gap in everyone across all ranks.
Yeah, because everyone was shit. And this is where, and a lot of people won't understand this concept and they'll also deny it, very aggressively. If you stay consistently the same rank every year, you're actually getting better at the game because the longer the game is out, the better people get over time. So if you're consistently gold 3, let's say, every season, you're actually getting better.
As players have gotten significantly better at League, we've made adjustment to the system over the years to better reflect the ever more varied range of skill levels. And we'll want to continue to do that moving forwards where we need to.
Interesting.
Overall, the redistribution this year is looking
It's so funny because at the top of the ladder, so little people are up there in the grand scheme of things. It's like most companies wouldn't even really talk about this shit unless it's a controversy. But League cares about, like, relatively cares about, like, it's like top of the ladder stuff because I feel like most companies would not give a shit about this.
generally healthy so far. We fixed a few early issues, including a bug that allowed some people to move through Apex ranks faster than intended. And another issue where in some cases high-ranked duos were being treated a bit too favorably. Coming up next, possibly even live around the time this video goes out, we have some further improvements to how we reliably match auto-filled players against other auto-filled players in the same role.
They've talked
Plus some
about that a
additional
lot in the
improvements
patch
to
notes
secondary
too.
role parity across the teams. Now though, we're going to hand things over to a familiar face, and a new one, to talk a bit about Shyvana.
Oh, here we go. The things I missed. Whoa, what the fuck was
Hello,
that?
current and future Shyvana mains.
What
I'm Ed,
the?
the product manager on Shyvana's
Wait, that guy on the right looks familiar.
update.
Good to see you, Ed. I'm still Pabro. We're going to talk to you about Shyvana and how we approached her update, which is coming next patch.
Oh shit, finally! And again, as a person who didn't play too much Shyvana, I actually did enjoy the old Shyvana a little bit. I enjoyed both playstyles actually. I thought AP was fun, and then I thought AD was a different type of fun, and both had their place. And if one was bad, the other one was generally okay at least. But most of the time it was AP over AD. But I think I don't know what they're gonna do with the new one, right? Are we gonna have both AD and AP? Is she gonna be more of a bruiser? I guess let's see, right? The dragon theme to me screams AP though.
When we announce a champion update, it can be both a super exciting moment for mains,
Or really scary.
but it can also cause a little apprehension.
Yes.
Sometimes we've taken bigger swings that didn't really resonate with those mains. And when we started on Shyvana, we really wanted to hit with those of you who love her.
What I like is that they really do go and like they ask a lot of the mains of the champion, like this, and that. They literally went to Annie bot and they asked him like, "Oh, do you think we should nerf Annie?" Now, granted, this was back in the day, and this isn't really related to what we're talking about now. That was more for balancing, not for a rework. But Annie bot literally said, "Yeah, she's OP. You gotta nerf her."
So throughout the process, we brought a
think-
wide variety of her mains out to our office in LA to give
The one thing I really like is that number one, like, look at this. They're bringing out mains that main Shyvana. That's number one, really cool. But number two, I just love these champions getting brought up to date. Now, despite what the channel XOLOL shows, because he does show, like, the inner workings of how Riot has gotten lazier and more greedy in terms of rigging, animations, and stuff like that. Great channel. You guys should check him out. EXOLL. I believe that's his name. XOL. Or is it XOLOL? I forgot. But great guy who really showcases like how the quality overall, especially with skins, has gone down and some reworks. And back in the day, this would have never happened, and it's so sad. But I am excited to see Shyvana as a definitely more modern champion, even if she's going to be missing some features probably here and there.
us feedback on her gameplay,
Oh
her art,
my
and everything in between.
god.
Shyvana's Q was something that her mains really wanted to preserve.
Double hit, huh?
Before her update, it was one of her main ways to stack Fury, and its double hit is a great way to clear wards quickly.
Yes.
In her updated design, it will still
Damn, she got
provide
that
attack
tail.
reset, and it now has recasts that quicken when attacking, so she can still clear wards and apply on-hit effects with ease.
Okay, you could go on
Additionally,
hit
it
still.
applies AoE
Interesting.
damage for healthy clears, which is another part of her kit that we really wanted to carry over based on feedback.
Shyvana had a really good feeling kit, especially with the W. Like the fact that you could extend the W, it did AoE, it gave move speed, it did damage, like it was cool.
Another area that we wanted to not only carry over
Empower?
but improve based on that
Oh.
feedback was her passive.
I think her passive was one of the worst parts about her. It was very feast or famine. If you got dragons, it was great. If you didn't, it was shit. Kog'Maw.
During the playtest, we had our passive grant bonus armor.
What the hell? She hits them with her
based off the
tail.
number of large minions.
It's weird. I feel like they need better like tail animations. They did this with Ari, where Ari's like tail animation looks very good, but hers is also like not like a dragon tail. Hers is like a fox tail. It's meant to be like wispy. Shyvana's one looks very rigid, but maybe it's supposed to be. But I would think like this is unfinished personally if I saw this animation.
And monsters Shyvana killed.
Like when she turns, her tail just looks so like rigid and like frozen.
Rather than just dragons. That was something everyone liked, but they wanted to see it applied to more parts of her kit. So now it also amps her W shield and grants more health in dragon form.
Oh
Beyond
my
specifics of her
god.
gameplay, though, something we heard from a lot of her mains, fan artists, and other creators
AP.
is that they really wanted her to feel like an epic dragon.
Oh yes.
And so we did.
Shyvana's dragon form will actually be a dragon now. And when she
Whoa! Because before it was like a wyvern, ironically enough.
attacks in dragon form, not only will her abilities change, but she will use her wings and her claws and her fangs to fight her enemies. And finally,
looks cool.
Shyvana's dragon form and her dragon form ability size now increase with the rank of her ultimate.
Wow.
We still want Shyvana to find success whether building as an AD or AP bruiser. That said, we know a few of you really
Full AP.
love to play magic artillery mage Shyvana,
Literally just one ability, the E.
so we made
God.
sure to keep that playstyle intact.
Wow.
Just not as our most optimal build path.
Thank you, God. That shit was so like it was fun, but God, it was so cancerous.
We can't wait for all of you to get a chance to play Shyvana when she hits the Rift in patch 26.6.
Well, let's talk
I'm
about
ready
her
for that
skins.
too.
All
Oh,
Shyvana skins will be available, including her vaulted skin and
dude, she is so much thicker and muscular. My God.
we're bringing back a special leg day bundle. If you know, you know.
What?
And for all the Shyvana mains out there who gave us feedback, really thank you for being part of this process
They should give them all the Shyvana skins and IRL money.
with us.
All right, that's it for now. Thank you, Ed. Andre's coming back.
Okay, and like I said, we're gonna look more into the Shyvana stuff later on in the video.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, we want
Oh my God, please, please make it permanent. Please make it permanent, please. TLDR, and I always talk about this in my patch notes, my patch note update videos. This has been, in my opinion, one of the single best things they've ever added to League. I thought Arena was good, and it is. They have the stupid Bandle City map, like what is it called? I forgot what it's called. I was about to say Mayhem, but that's ARAM. It's a stupid like 15-minute or 10-minute game at most, I think. That one's cool, right? The one on Bandle City. That one's good. Arena's great. Obviously, we have all the old ones, Earth and all those other shits. AR Earth. I don't know if we get the Spirit Blossom map one anymore, but all of these don't matter to me. The only thing that matters is ARAM Mayhem. I love the augment system from TFT. I love the augment system in Arena. And ARAM is just the best solution to it. And they added its own track, which was genius. This thing needs to be permanent, and they've extended it twice. It needs to be permanent, please.
wanted to give you an update on ARAM Mayhem.
Please.
The update we mentioned in January is live now, and we wanted to address the outpouring
so
of love
good.
and support for the mode.
It's
which has
so
been
good.
incredible.
It's so
You've all
good.
shown us how much you love it by playing and playing and
Yup.
playing and playing and playing.
Yup.
We're going to keep
Yup.
working on Mayhem to add more of the things you've shown us that you love. Control,
Augments.
chaos, and fun.
And you know what the crazy part is? I have mentioned this so many times. The reason people like ARAM is because it's random and it's unbalanced at certain times, because it's random. The more unbalanced something is within a limit, the more fun it is. If something is perfectly balanced, it's very much not fun. Now, this is where Mayhem takes that and really runs with it, because it is so unfair at a certain point for some of the players. If you get bad augments, you feel like shit. Same way in ARAM, if you get a bad champion who's melee into a full team of ranged, you feel like shit. Just in Mayhem, I think it's turned up to 11, and that's a good thing. It is so crazy, so wild, and as long as they cycle out the augments and put new augments in, it will be perfect. I love this game mode. It's casual, it's fun, it's great, it's nonsensical, it's a power fantasy, it's amazing.
And as always, we'll iterate and
Please.
adjust if something ends up drowning that out, like a bit of recent augment balance has.
We're going to be keeping Mayhem on for a while longer.
It better
We
be a
don't have
long
specific
while.
end date in mind yet.
Thank God.
But we'll be keeping an eye on how long y'all want to keep playing it
Forever.
and how we can support the mode going forward.
They
We'll
struck
also be
gold
back
with
to talk
this.
more about Mayhem plans in a future dev update. But for now, be
It's
sure to check
staying.
out the recent update and let us know what you
It's
think. And finally, we want to address some
staying.
common questions from the internet. So you ready, Andre?
Always.
Oh.
When is WASD coming to ranked?
Oh, I forgot about this. So, I tried WASD. I hate that they call it WASD. But I've tried WASD. I'm too used to QWERTY. So, I went back to QWERTY. I probably should have stuck with WASD. Even though I think it is overall better for ADCs, it still feels a little buggy and a little laggy and a little weird. Like, I don't think it's fully, like, optimized or something. It just feels more laggy than, like, normal QWER. So, I hope in the future it feels better. And the only thing I think it's inferior to a QWER with is auto attack move. Auto attack move is a lifesaver, and I'll give you an example of what I mean. If you're an ADC main, you know what this is. If there's a ward directly behind Baron, like up top from Baron, you can't click it because you are going to click Baron. How do you hit it? Attack move.
WASD will come to ranked when it is ready. We don't have an exact timeline yet. We want to make sure we've got a few more
And again, I feel like they're doing WASD because they want to put the shit on consoles.
features in, addressed a couple of outstanding balance issues, and then we should be
Also
good
just to
go
make it more
in the coming
modern.
months. Can you bring Twisted Treeline back?
Yes.
Not working on this right now, but I'll be real, we'd like to someday. And
Yes.
it's not as
What about Crystal Scar? What about Crystal Scar, bruh? Dominion. Ascension.
easy as
God, I'm old.
just flipping on a switch, as some things need to be entirely rebuilt in the league.
The one thing I'll say, Twisted Treeline's map was one of my favorite because it was so dark and like broody. It had Vilemaw, it had like a nice little jungle. Dude, that was like the old school days of League. It was so nostalgic. It was so much more fun in a different way because it wasn't all corporate.
Nowadays, but it is
It was
something
so
we are
unbalanced.
excited and nostalgic for, so maybe.
Maybe
Where
means
is
yes.
True Skill 2?
So we kind of may have counted our chickens before they hatched on True Skill 2.
Huh?
We're still evaluating whether or not it's the right tool for League. In some respects, it's performing really well. In other respects, we might be better served by making further improvements to our existing custom matchmaking system.
Okay.
We'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Why don't we add more bans to League?
We don't
Wow. I was literally just talking about this with my chat too.
think League is better if everyone's favorite champion is banned, because realistically,
You can ban a single person out really badly. And imagine this. If someone's stream sniping and they tell you, oh yeah, look, this Hecker main is on the other team. Not only are they going to ban Heck, they're going to ban this whole guy out if he's a famous streamer. So it's like, it could be really abused really badly at some point.
the most popular champions tend to be the ones who are banned the most. Banning is about giving everyone a chance to exclude whatever they least want to play against, or with in some cases. So
You get one bullet.
there you
Use it
go.
wisely.
He said it.
You get
Is
one
there a
bullet.
new champion coming for season 1?
So, I'm curious what they're going to say for this, but I like how they're doing an FAQ, but this is where they've said this and they've kind of stuck by this, and I think it's a good thing too. There's so many champions in League, they are slowing down, and they've said that a while back, and they're doing it. And they're also revisiting old champs, which I think is good to bring them up to modern standards, right? Because let's not have another Seraphine situation, right? AKA better Sona. But I still think we're going to get a lot of new champions over time, and they have a lot to draw from just in the lore too, especially from LOR. Legends of Runeterra really revealed a lot of potential stuff. It's just getting the kit stuff correct is hard now because there's so much overlap. Where it's like if you release something new, does it step on the toes of something old, or is it just so good that why would you use the old shit anyway? It's hard to have everything carve out its own niche.
No, we're not going to be doing a new champion in Season 1 of this year.
Wow.
We're focusing instead right now on the large update to League,
Damn.
the one we'll talk more about after MSI.
Damn.
We will, however, have a new champion coming out in Season 2,
Finally.
who relates to the thematics of both Season 1 and Season 2.
The
Paul, are we
Demacian?
going to kill more champions in the lore?
Yes.
Who dies next?
Yes,
The
please.
answer is maybe. I don't know. It could be potentially who I'm losing my next ranked game to. But seriously though, we think there is some tension and a lot of value and immersion to.
The issue is, and I'm shocked they did it for Zen, the issue is if you kill off a champion, you could still sell stuff for them, but for some people it might be a turnoff. Oh, this guy's dead and this is just like a what if skin or an alternate universe skin, which most of the time it is anyway. But if the character is dead, a lot of people are like, oh, well, what's the point of being into them? Unless they obviously come back, right? But at this point in the lore, Viego's basically dead, even though he's not. He's going to come back for the MMO. Xin Zhao's dead. I don't know who else is really out, but it's basically just Viego and Zen.
The experience when we do that, but we don't want to kill champions lightly.
In the past, they like played with it with GP, and that was amazing.
Some champions are dead, some are gone and not coming back, and some may return in the future. So the
Viego.
answer is and always will be maybe. Are you
Maybe.
making more improvements to inting, griefing, or bots?
Yes, we are. We've always got ongoing work going on in the space. We think it's one of the most important things to make League a better experience. And we've got a large ban wave coming up to about 1 million
Jesus.
botted or illegally transferred accounts that have been
And again, this doesn't sound crazy to me anymore after they did their like massive fucking purge.
played in the past year. We'll let you know more as time goes on. Will this year have a year-long narrative?
Yes.
Every year is going to be different.
Oh,
there will
never
be
mind.
some connection between seasons 1 and 2 this year, but not so much as last year. Season 3
Thank
will be more
God.
standalone, and you're
Thank
going to see
you.
why it's going to make sense later in the year.
Cool.
Okay, Paul, and a critical question for you.
Oh,
Can Shyvana lay eggs?
what the fuck?
I don't know, and I don't think we're doing this, so let's move on. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Wow.
that just killed it. No more questions. Probably not going to do this segment again.
Oh, I think this was a great segment.
It's always Shyvana eggs. That pretty much wraps
Yo.
up everything for us today. Thanks so much for watching.
Okay, not a
And please
crazy
make sure
one.
to tune in for First Stand when games start on March 16th.
Wait,
And
wait.
Isn't that their new like, not? I was about to say rank. Isn't that new like competitive like pro scene thing?
Wait. I got
Oh.
one more thing, Andre.
Wait,
And one more thing, I want to take us all down memory lane.
what? Twisted
okay,
Dominion?
Paul.
Okay, thank you. I want to take a moment to turn the
Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh, I was gonna say, are they gonna like reveal which one of them had to wear the costume from like the bet they did, or is that already over?
camera on you.
Oh,
players.
us?
Some of you may have remembered when we used to have a little show called Summoner Showcase. Well, it's not coming back.
Oh, damn!
But we do want to use our dev updates as a way to highlight some of the cool stuff that you are all doing in the community.
Exolol?
Whether it's things you're
Exolol?
making, cosplays, cool plays in game, or embarrassing ones, a little something
Dude, Summoner Showcase was so like indie, but it was so nice.
going in your life. So we want you to send us your greatest hits, and we're going to try our best to include them moving forward. So until then, here are a few things that caught our attention.
For now, though,
Oh.
thanks so much for watching. Let us know what you think of today's updates.
How much is even left in this? There's not much.
Bye.
What is it gonna be? Fan art? Whoa! Oh damn! Oh, it's just cosplay, huh? Oh god. Okay, we got some fan art. Damn! Oh my god, that's the legendary Lilia skin. Okay, I think that's the new Shiv. I think. What the fuck?
¿Puedes matar a alguien, es real, por Dios?
That fucking Ezreal is gonna die anyway. What the hell? Was that copyright? Okay. So, there's that. Yeah, not too much crazy shit here. I mean, they talked about the gameplay, the rank stuff is okay. Shyvana is probably one of the bigger things. Mayhem was great, and the FAQs. Yeah, honestly, a pretty weaker dev update here. But that's fine. Let's go check out Shiv. So again, I saw some of this trailer, not all of it. Let's see most of it, if not all here. That's not Shiv, is it? Oh yeah, no, definitely not. That's Elder. Holy shit.
Fury. The only thing you gave me, Mother.
Oh, her mother's not an Elder drag, right? Dude, she's so, like, muscular now. Damn, she got claws. Dude, her tail is so big now. They really just gave her, like, a tail. Is that Jarvan? Or is that, like, Jarvan the 4th or Jarvan the 3rd? He looks like a twink.
Purpose.
Oh, Demacia.
I found those on my own.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn, okay. She's flexing that shit. What if the Demacians are like, fuck, which one do we attack? Oh, they look happy, though. Oh my god. Shyvana's soloing drag. It looks like they're about to kiss. The size is, like, so different. Wow. How is Shyvana beating this thing?
Your fire ends in ash.
Bro, she soloed Elder with the minions. The Demacians are basically minions. And Jarvan watched. Oh yeah, Jarvan likes it, yeah.
I will forge something new.
Cool. Meat woman. Whoa. Okay. Not bad. I still think like the season 1 cinematic was like fucking crazy good looking though. This one was stylized. It was pretty okay. Now let's finally see her abilities. This is what I care the most about. So passive scale mail. So old Shyvana passive generated you Fury at 6 and then gave you armor and MR based on the dragons you killed and extra Fury generation. So take got 2 from that. Wow. Okay, I like that. So Ember Strike. Her next attack strikes both the target and AoE, and it can be recast. And in Dragon form, you could recast it again. Damn. You hit them with the tail. God damn. Okay. So in Dragon form, you could cast Q 3 times. There's the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one, but that's single target. Okay, that's cool. And W. Oh, look, that's the thing that Jarvan gave her. She gains shield, move speed, and after delay she explodes. And it'll heal her if she's a dragon. Interesting. So it's not persistent like it used to be. I gotta pick the old W more. The W looks the most weenie. Okay, the E. It passes through and explodes upon striking large enemies. Okay. What was that little green cube that spawned there? What was that? Oh my god. That looks cool. It looks slower though. Okay. Interesting. Damn. See, like, I love how good she looks now. I wonder if the ult is a cooldown reset. Oh my god. Looks like she's losing this. Did you just get an infinite tank with her? Dude, that fire just entered. What does it look like when she... Oh, I was gonna say when she turns back. Damn, she got boobs and abs. Okay. Pretty cool. So, not too much different. I think the W is like the only, in my opinion, like not as cool part anymore. I like the old W more because it was persistent. You can extend it. It felt a lot more, I guess, interactive. Who knows if this new one's better, but I really did like the old one more. But aside from that, everything else just literally looks better. The scalings are probably not as generous to AP Shyvana, but that's honestly fine too. But anyway, after 40 minutes, we reacted to everything. I gave my opinions. Let me know your opinions if you want. And if you want to see more of me, watch me at twitch.tv/Tecnics channel. But pretty light stuff. Not a crazy rework for Shiv and not a crazy dev update, but that's fine too. Apparently, the crazy stuff is coming, although they say that every year. And we'll see. We'll see when League finally starts cooling down or the gacha engine gets really crazy. But that's going to be it for me. Hope everyone enjoyed.